Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, thank God we made it to Friday. Thank God we made it to Friday. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a crazy, hectic week, and we've made it. We're here. It's the weekend. Thank God we made it to the weekend. All right. Now, today is Weekend Warning, episode 6. And the topic of today is how to choose a wife or a husband. All right. And I've broken it down to 5 ways to tell if the person you're dating is wife material or husband material. Okay. Now, I'm about to give you a personal fact about myself. Okay. I personally love those nature documentaries. Okay. And my favorite ones are the ones when they're in Africa and they document the lions. Okay. And the reason I love nature documentaries is because I believe that if you look at nature, it kind of gives you a clear understanding of how God designed us and how we're perfectly designed to play a role. Okay. Now, one thing I particularly love about the Lions is that every member of the group or the pride not only knows their role but also plays their position. Okay. And I just love how in nature every species is specifically designed and engineered to do a role. So, for example, I love how in the Lion Kingdom, basically the females are perfectly designed to go out and hunt and teach the young cubs how to hunt and gather, well, how to hunt and survive, and how it's the male's job or role to not only watch over the territory and the kingdom, but also to protect the pride from incoming other males. And that's a very important role because if not confronted, another male will actually come in and kill all the cubs. It's harsh, I know, but that's nature. So, how does this relate to this topic? Well, basically, when you're looking for a wife or a husband, you're looking for somebody that you could pretty much hunt with, okay? And at the end of the day, when you both come home from your jobs or your businesses, what are you both bringing to the table, okay? So, actually, I'll tell you what. Here's another way of looking at it. Choosing a wife or a husband is like choosing a business partner, okay? You're choosing someone that you can build a successful company with, okay? And what is that company's main product? Well, your biggest asset is your children, okay? Now, let's do some math, okay? Now, they say the average child is a $20,000 a year investment, okay? Let's do some math. If you take $20,000, multiply that by 20 years, that's what? $400,000, right? And we're not even talking about tuition, car loans, and all those other payments, right? If you add all that up, you're now looking at around $500,000. Okay, I know. And that's if you don't get a baby boy or a baby girl or basically somebody who lives in the home and doesn't lead to their between 30 and 40 years old, right? Or a failure to launch, okay? So the point is that a child is a very important investment and a very expensive one, okay? So just things you want to think about. So, which brings me to my next point. Now, young folks especially, okay? You need to take the act of having children very, very seriously, okay? In fact, anytime that you decide to lay down or have casual sex with, unprotected sex with a person, there's a strong chance that that decision will bring a child into this world, okay? And once that happens, ain't no going back, all right? Now, keep in mind, that's just one option. We're not even talking about all the STDs you can potentially catch. And heck, nowadays, you can mess around and might even catch that new coronavirus. Keep playing around, all right? But back to the question. How to choose a wife or a husband? Well, like I said, I broke it down to basically 5 questions that you can ask any potential candidates, okay? Now, the best time to ask these 5 questions is up front or on your first date. And I hope you guys are at least going out on one date, all right? So, and this is very important too. It's critical because this is your one chance to evaluate this person and to see evaluate their potential and see if they're someone you can take seriously or not. Okay, so question number one. Number one, will this person make a good mother or father to my kids? All right, sounds simple enough, but you got to think about it. Is this somebody that has the mental maturity, stability, and emotional balance to be a good father or mother to my kids? That's something that you got to think about and ask that person up front. Ask questions. All right. Number two, do we share the same values? Okay, meaning, what are we going to teach our kids? Spiritually, morally, intellectually, right? A deeper way you can look at it is this someone who is going to teach my children how to live a life of crime or conduct themselves in the same category? You got to ask yourself, the person I'm bringing home to the person that's going to be helping me raise my children, are they going to be teaching my kids how to conduct themselves in a low level, right, with a criminal mentality? Or is this someone that is going to be uplifting to them and can be a great example of what it means to be a real man or a real woman, right? It helps if your kids, when they wake up, they see their dad wearing a suit or going to work or running his business. And same thing with the mom. If they see the mom not just sitting around complaining and she's actually a go-getter, it kind of rubs off on the kid. They're gonna aspire to be that, right? So that was number two. And sorry if I'm digressing. All right. Number three, does this person desire a better future for themselves or display personal ambition? Okay. So that's pretty much self-explanatory. You don't want somebody who's going to lay on the couch all day playing video games, or someone who's just going to be laying at home gossiping on the phone all day, right? So that was number three. Number four, does this person seem like a trustworthy or a loyal person? Loyalty is huge, okay? Now, this is a hard one because obviously when you go out on a date or when you first meet someone, everyone's going to be on their best behavior. And that's why you got to take your time before you get intimate with a person or before you commit to someone. I would say a minimum, you got to date a person at least 1 year to find out what all the hidden aspects of their personalities are, right? Everybody's going to front. Everyone's on their best behavior, all right? So that was number four. Number five, all right? This is a huge one, all right? Number five is the parent test, okay? Is this person willing to come over and meet your parents? Now, think about it. If this person can get through your parents, then you know they're a keeper, right? Because the thing is, your parents are going to tell you the truth. And usually, your parents usually want your best interest or usually have your best interest in mind, okay? And that's it. That's five. Now, notice I didn't mention anything about looks. I didn't mention anything about personal appearance or how attractive you are to that person, all right? Now, let's keep it real. Obviously, I'm not telling you to date somebody who you're not attracted to or stuff like that. But if the only reason you're dating that person is because it's based on how they looks or their personal or physical characteristics, then there's a very high chance that that relationship or marriage is not going to last. Because, beauty, it fades, right? It's not everlasting, right? You want something that has more substance, that 20, 30 years from now, when you guys are both not in your physical prime, right, you can still actually sit down and enjoy life and have a conversation and run your empire together, right? So in review, the 5 questions is: number 1, will this person make a good mother or father to my kids? Number 2, do we share the same values? Number 3, does this person desire a better future for themselves or has personal ambitions, right? Number 4, loyalty. Does this person seem like a trustworthy or loyal person? All right, don't rush that one. And number 5, the parent test. All right, that's it. Now remember, and some more tips. Again, I'm gonna reiterate this. Remember, always take your time. Don't rush into anything. And if you're going to have sex, please always use protection. Okay, please. So go ahead, and share this video with anyone who's currently dating or thinking about dating. And someone who says that there's no good wife or husband material people out here. Okay, this is your boy Bandit Chroma Jr. I love you. Let's have a safe, peaceful, and productive weekend. and let's do what we got to do to see each other Monday. All right? I love you. Peace.